Good morning, people. Now, 3 days back, I was in Cochin, and after Lee Hartwell's session, I called here and asked, how are the kids? And the first thing I heard that they are no longer kids, they are the best. Is that true? Okay, now, we are in science and maths. And science and maths are measurable. If you are the finest and the best, I would like to see that in measurable, quantifiable terms. That's exactly what we're going to do today. Okay, let me make it simple. We're going to play a game, a couple of questions. Doesn't require any memory, no memory test. All we are going to do is just look at figures and numbers and answer them. The volunteers in the middle will distribute them, and I'll give you 2 minutes per paper. Remember, before we begin, I would like you to see some numbers. Okay, somebody tell me what's the population of India today? Say again? Somebody else? I said the population as on 2012. This is the population of India as on today. Okay, I'll count it for you. It's 122 crores. Can you give me an approximate number of the demographics in the United States? Approximately. This is the number. It's less than 1/4. Okay? Let me get to the point. We are here looking at the scientific communities and the strengths what we have in India compared to the rest of the world, and to develop them. Most of you guys must be thinking of doing your professional courses, becoming a doctor, a cardiologist. What we are here, if you guys are the finest, we want scientists out of you. Let's be straight about it. We want, have you heard of the Bhatnagar Award? The Bhatnagar Prize. It's the Nobel Prize equivalent in India. The Bhatnagar Prize is given by CSIR. Can somebody tell me what CSIR means? I can't hear you. No, it's not center. Somebody else? Exactly. CSIR is the biggest R&D body in the country. They institute the Bhatnagar Prize after the founding director, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar. Okay, let's look at the numbers now again. The number of scientists as on today in India, remember, we have 4 times the population, but 1/10 the number of scientists and researchers. 1/10. It's less than that, it's 1/11. We have 4 times, but less than 1/11 of researchers. Is it because we lack in human resource? We are the finest brains, no doubts about that. Microsoft's Bill Gates clearly said that the finest brains in the world are the South Indians and the Chinese. There's no doubts about that, because he employs a lot of them. Now, since we have a sizable number of girls here, I would like you to look at what the demographics says in terms of population and the scientific communities. Every 10 men, 9 women. But number of scientists, researchers, 100 men, just 13 women. Where are all the women going? Where are all the women going? Okay. Bhatnagar Prize, it's a Nobel Prize. So it's equivalent to the Nobel Prize in India. So that's what I want to take as a benchmark. It's out of 333 awards since 1958 when it was instituted, just 8 women. Okay. Now, we talk about empowerment of women, equality, some of the brightest women in the country. The percentage of women scientists considered for this award in 54 years is just 2.5% of the scientific community in the whole country. If we have a nearly 50-50 percentage of women in the country compared to men, why is it 2.4? I'm not going to give you the answers. It's up to you to think. Because my subject is going to be the test, but I want you to think about it. Well, who is this woman in that case? Who is this woman in that case? Who is it? Exactly. She is the missile woman. The project director of Agni 5. What is her personal and social reason? Can you tell me? Do you know what's the name of her son? It's named after a missile. Can you believe that? Okay, she's a Christian, but the son's name is Tejas. She's one of the finest. Now, what I want is not to just give you some numbers and show you Tessie gems. No, that's not the objective. I want this from 2.4 to 48 in the next 20 years. Some of you sitting here are capable of getting the Bhatnagar Prize because the eligibility is less than 45 years. Think about it. The eligibility is less than 45 years, and that is just 2.5%. The only question I have for you is, what are you waiting for? Is compensation benefits the factor? No, isn't. CSIR, average salary for a starting person is approximately 70,000. The first scientist, you get that much. The Agriculture Institute gets 80,000, starting. Okay, mindset. Comp and Ben is over. Mindset. Do you think scientists are just bookworms? Anybody has the feeling that scientists are just bookworms? Please raise your hand. I have a brother in Harvard University in the United States. This man explains his findings by playing games on the stage. He brings a hula hoop, the ring that goes around and you play with it. And he explains torque using that. He nowhere near looks like a bookworm. He looks like a bloody rock star with long hair. You will never think he's a scientist. I no longer remember what all exams and tests and selections he had, but he had a few number first in the whole of India, a few of them. I know that. He's doing his postdoctoral and then, I don't know, 2 or 3 postdoctorals by now. He's crazy about the subject. So, okay, now let's get to the abilities part. Now, the abilities and the skills behind inventions and discoveries does not lie inside the inside the dusty shelves of libraries. It lies inside the minds of people like you, but are extremely passionate about their subjects. I know researchers who work for 20 hours a day and sleep in their lab rooms. Just passion, not the salary, just passion. They have great fun. They have absolutely great fun. So, any questions until now? All right, let's get to the questions. Now, the volunteers will give out question papers. What we're going to do is, oh, at this moment, can I ask, are there any teachers or parents sitting among the students? Okay, it's okay if you're sitting at the very back, it's fine, but not among. Because we don't have numbers, we don't have enough sufficient numbers for all of you. Okay, so what we will do is, we will hand over 8 sheets to the person at the edge, the team leader. They will distribute it. The girl in the very last row, can you please raise your hand? At the corner there. Okay. When you get your question paper, raise your hand so that I can start. Okay? Any questions? I thought you guys are very good at questions. Aren't you the finest and the best? All right. Okay, let's get into the questions. Can you please start giving, here, starting from here. Very simple, but there's a logic behind all of that. Every single question you're going to face today has a logic behind it. Example is on the beginning. If there's a bed, you need a pillow and a sheet. So, we have a book, magazine, online, print, publish, and story. Publish is to publish it. It could be anything, in print or online. To print it means to print it in different media in types of hard copy. 2 minutes. It's very simple. Groups. The first is the example. The next 3, put them in groups. Please, the next set of questions, volunteers. What do you see there? Structural visualization. Dotted line, fold the paper. If you have any extra copies, could you please get it back to one of the volunteers, please? Ten more seconds. Stop answering. Volunteers, please, next set. And write down whatever comes up in your mind. I'm not asking about an essay, just words. It looks like a butterfly. Write as many as you can. Once the first is over, go to the next. Exactly. As many as you want to. As many as you can think. It's 45 seconds for each. The first is over. Second. Second figure. The 45 minutes is over. I'll give you 15 more. There are no right or wrong for this question. For everything else, there is a right answer. For this one, there is none. Are you having difficulty with the second figure? Is it? Okay, I'm looking at a close-up of the second figure. It's the plan of an ironing board. That is an example. Write the next. The plan, the top view from the top of an ironing board where you iron. It can be folded into three. You can make up whatever you want to. Anything. I have so many things coming up in my mind. Okay, time's up. Keep all your papers aside because the next question doesn't have anything to do with your paper. Please look at the screen. Those at the back, you can look at the TV. Okay. You don't need to know what the software is. You don't need to know what the technique is. You just need to tell me how could they make it possible. A person in the water. Right, no, 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 don't jump, don't jump. It's not as easy as you think. People who look a bit clueless to me, do you want to see it once more? Can you raise your hands who wants to? The majority goes for it. All right. Watch very carefully. Exactly. There is no tsunami, there is no water, and the person, a camera in the water with the person. How do they make it happen? It's just imagining things inside the brain. That's what it is. Okay, your time's up. It's an idea. It's just an idea. Okay, I'll tell you the answers towards the end. But this one I'll show you the answer right away. Okay? Watch carefully. Watch carefully. Did you see that? She is not in a tsunami. She more than every single day. It's every single minute. All right, let's go. Let's take all the questions. Let's see how it goes. The first, on the top, a story. Second, publish online and print. Book and magazine. That's right. How many got it right? Great. That is the simplest question of the lot. Okay. Number of triangles, how many? All right, all right, all right. How many got 15? Great. Test number 3, how many triangles and squares? Okay, just tell me the option. Which option? Analytical reasoning is the ability to break down any number of ideas and complicated situations into clear, certain, simple terms. That is analytical reasoning. There is a basic technique to divide the number of triangles. Single triangles, triangles with members inside it, that's it. Simple. Similar is a test number 3. Single triangles and those with members inside it, components inside it. That's it. So the ability to find that trick, that is analytical reasoning. Okay. 3 of a kind. I'll tell you the answers right away. We are a bit short of time. All of these are spheres. Who got it right? Spheres. All the spheres come under one group. 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind is the figures. The ball, the basketball, the globe, and the lemon. Okay, the second, the ones with shells. How many got it right? The ones with shells. Okay. The last one, what is the common factor? Yeah, it's just loud sound, that's it. Next question. Test number 5A, which option? How many got it as A, B, C, and D? Okay, the answer is D. 1 to 7 are simple geometric figures. 3, 5, and 9 are one element placed inside a different element, and 2 elements attached to each other. That's it. Simple. You should have got that. Okay, 5B. How many A? Okay, fine. Structural visualization, very simple. What it says it is. Ability to visualize diagrams, objects in your mind. Absolutely essential for any engineer, any surgeon, or architect. Numerical reasoning. What is the first one? Perfect. How many? All right. Second? How many 20s? All right. I doubt if. I think a lot of people are just raising your hands because the rest are. Okay, the third one. How do you get 61? Sheila, can you the mic? Mic? Do we have an extra mic? Okay. Volunteers are in.
Odd numbers, -1 into 3, -1
Perfect,
into
perfect. I got it. The next one.
56.
All right. The next one. 204. Perfect. How many got that right? The whole thing. People who have not got their hand, keep it down. Everything. Perfect. Great. It's the ability to decipher numerical patterns. That's what number series is all about, numerical reasoning. The last one. How many got 20?
Both together.
No, each. How many 15? How many 15? Okay, how many 12? 12 or above, okay. 3. Each. Yeah, each. You got 12 or above in each? 12 each? Okay, great. Foresight. The ability to imagine things out of nothing. And foresight. Think of possibilities. Completely unclear situation, complicated question, think possibilities. You're going somewhere, you're thinking possibilities of what, how, when, how. What are the possibilities of the situation? The last one. Did anybody here visualize what the answer was. Spatial. Let me show this. And if somebody can find it, bring him to me. Unfortunately, nobody could find it. No glasses involved, no camera tricks, just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. It's just copy and paste, that's the answer. What? You didn't tell me. All right, okay. It's time we have to close the session. Each of these abilities that you saw today, have you written it down? Numerical ability, analytical, whatever? Right, each of these skills are supposed to be developed, each one. Some of you have it naturally, I can see that, but you have to develop each of these. The higher you have, the more natural will be your scientific career. Easy. Morning to night, you can keep working, you won't feel tired at all. Sorry? Okay, we can discuss it right now. We are short of time. Okay, Sheila. I've done it.
So thank you very much, Dr. Arun. I think this was a very interesting session, everyone. So this is for you. So let's maybe rise for a second and